You search for how to build a finance notification automation in Zapier. That's exactly what we're doing right now. A Zap that watches a Google form, creates a record in Airtable, and sends a notification to your finance team in Slack. Let's jump in. Open your browser and go to zapier.com. Sign in and wait for the dashboard to load. Before we create the Zap, let's confirm your accounts are connected. Click My Apps in the left sidebar. You need Google, Airtable, and Slack showing under Connected Accounts. If any are missing, click Add Connection and connect them now. If you skip this, the Zap will fail when you try to save. Once they're all here, click back to the dashboard. Now click the big Create button at the top left and choose Zaps. The Zap editor opens with an empty trigger step. Click the trigger step, search for Google Forms and select it. Under Trigger Event, pick New Form Response, then click Continue. Choose your connected Google account, click Continue, and from the drop-down, select the existing finance request form. I'll use one called Finance Request Form. Click Continue again. Before we test a critical point, your form must already have at least one submitted response, or Zapier can't pull sample data. So if you haven't already, open the form in a separate tab and submit a test entry now. Back in Zapier, click Test Trigger. Zapier retrieves the most recent response. Select that sample record. On the right, you'll see all the fields from your form: requester name, requester email, department, request type, amount, description, vendor, due date. Your field names might differ a bit, but as long as the key ones are here, you're set. Click Continue with selected record. Next, we add the Airtable action. Click the plus button directly below the trigger, search for Airtable, select it, choose Create Record, and click Continue. Pick your connected Airtable account, then select the base that holds your finance data. From the table dropdown, choose Finance Requests, click Continue. Now the field mapping, click into the requester field, and from the Insert Data dropdown, pick Requester Name. Do the same for email, department, request type, amount, description, vendor, and due date, each one mapped to its matching Airtable column. For the status field, I always type Pending Review directly. That hardcodes the status so every new request automatically lands with it no matter what the form sends. If your Airtable table doesn't have all these columns yet, you'll need to add them in Airtable before you can map. You're looking at the field names right here, so you'll spot any mismatch immediately. Once everything is mapped, click Continue. Click Test Step. Zapier creates a record in your Airtable table. Wait for the success message, then open Airtable in a new tab, navigate to your finance request table, and find the newest row. You should see all the mapped data plus the pending review status. If anything is blank, it's almost always because the field name in Airtable didn't match what you mapped. Go back and recheck the mapping. Close Airtable. Now for the Slack notification. Click the plus button below the Airtable step. Search for Slack, select it, and choose Send Channel Message. Click Continue. Select your connected Slack account, then from the channel dropdown, pick your finance team channel. I'm using #finance. The name has to match exactly, so triple check it. Click Continue. We'll write a message that gives the team what they need at a glance. Type New Finance Request and then use the Insert Data dropdown to pull in amount, requester name, request type, and due date from the Google Forms trigger. It'll read something like New Finance Request, $15,000 from Alex Chen for software renewal, due May 15th. Check Airtable for details. The amount and due date right in Slack show urgency without anyone opening Airtable. Click Continue. Click Test Step. Zapier sends the message. Open Slack, go to the #finance channel, and you'll see the notification with the dynamic fields filled in. If it doesn't show up, verify the channel name again. Even a small typo in Slack silently fails. All good? Close Slack. Scroll up and do a quick review before publishing. Confirm the trigger is the correct Google form, the Airtable action uses the right table, and the Slack message posts to #finance. Now give the Zap a name, something you'll recognize, like Finance Notification Automation, and click Publish. Your Zap is live. Let's run a real end-to-end test. Open your Google form in a new tab and submit a fresh response. Use a different amount and department this time. Come back to Zapier, open the left sidebar, and click Zap History. In about a minute, you'll see a green check mark for the latest run. Now open Airtable and check the finance request table for the new record. Then open Slack and verify the notification shows the correct amount and due date. If everything matches, your automation is solid. Now that it's working, two things will trip you up later if you miss them. First, if you ever add a new field to your Google form, you have to come back to the Zap and map it. Close the test tab and return to the Zap editor. Click the Airtable step to reopen the field mapping. See all the fields? If you added something to the form, you won't see it here until you scroll down and map it. Zapier won't do that automatically, and the field will just stay blank till you act. Second, keep an eye on Zap History. Click Zap History in the left sidebar. This is where every run logs. If you start seeing red failed runs, it's almost always because a field mapping broke or an account disconnected. Click into the failed run and it'll show you exactly what went wrong. If this saved you setup time, hit like, subscribe for more Zapier builds like this, and leave a comment saying it was helpful. Comments are what push this to other people looking for the same thing.